Hey everyone, and welcome to the Higher Estate. It's been probably about almost 2 years since COVID began, and I've been MIA, mostly because I've been working in the hospital, been working on some new business adventures, been out a lot on the socials recently, which has been pretty cool, and building community and working on family. It's been actually quite an adventure over the last 2 years, but I think we're going to come back because it's time, and it's needed. So who are we going to bring on today? Well, in our usual fashion of bridging the gap between medicine and the community and the lifestyle world, we ended last time with a really awesome, unique guest, and we brought him back today. So Lee Whitley, remember the last time we were on? Oh, this fucking guy brings me water. This guy, he hates that. Good to see you. He hates that I don't drink enough water. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water while you get yourself sorted. It's a good idea.
How you been?
You know, I was gonna ask you that. I mean, I've been good. I've been working this pandemic, which oh God. Anyway, let's not even talk about that. Let's pretend that doesn't exist in this room. Could we do that?
That's the last thing you want to get me into is a pandemic, so it's best not to talk about it.
Oh, really? Let's get you into the pen. Okay.
I'm a little farther ahead than most people on that, but
when you say further ahead, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, I got something that, I know because I had COVID, and I know what it done for me. I know what it done for my wife. I know what it done for my friends. I've had people in the OR real sick.
On the ICU?
ICU or getting really, really sick. I've helped them out, and they get out of there.
Are we talking again about your medicine?
We're back onto my medicine.
I love it. So the last time we spoke, you were working with cancer treatment, autoimmune treatment, using a pill that is very diverse. And one of the things I think which is amazing about this pill that we've had our discussions and debates around in the past is the idea that the world is coming around to the notion that you have one pill that can help multiple diseases versus multiple pills that can help one disease. I think is that the basis of what your medicine can do?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. And in a nutshell, I guess
that's it. There's no other way around it. For instance, I'll tell you a quick little one about.
Hold on. Can you just tell me what you've been up to for the last? I haven't just 2 years.
Well,
what are you up to?
I don't know if you know. You probably know that I started my web page and I started an Instagram.
Okay, what's this website?
The website's just on some people that I helped. I just started this week, so I'm going to bring it out bigger, and I'm going to start introducing the people that I have helped. And I'm into 700-800 people that I've helped. Autoimmune, cancer, COVID, everything. So
with the same medicine that we were talking about.
The same medicine. And
how's it helping?
In every way.
you know how I feel.
Well, let me tell you a little story.
Right.
And this is how we find out a lot of things because as you know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. So
I don't know. I call you Dr. Lee.
Yeah, well, I'm still not a doctor, no matter what you say. But I can say this.
I do love that shirt, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Pretty cool.
I can say this to everybody. When me and my wife had COVID.
I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that.
No. When me and my wife had COVID.
All right.
She was better than I was, and then I started losing my breathing, and we decided to take my pill. And I'll be honest with everything. I was scared of my pill. Why? Because I don't smoke marijuana. And I know it's strong, and I know it's... But anyways, I had trouble breathing.
When did you have COVID, by the way?
Last September. Not this one.
So you had like the OG COVID.
Yeah, I had the original one way back. And my wife and me were sick. She grabbed 2 pills. She took one, took it, and she's never smoked a joint, never did anything. And I was like, wow. And she said, come on, do it. I did it. I drank some water. And I went to sleep, you know.
Woke up 3 days later?
But
how'd it go?
No, it went all right.
Was that your first time taking your medicine?
Very first time.
And how'd it go? What happened?
Well, it was good until I had to go to the washroom.
What happened?
And then I woke up and realized, holy fuck, I'm high. I've never been like this. But, you know, it was okay.
Good.
My wife asked me if I'm okay. I said, yeah, I'm just not sure if I like this or I don't like it.
But you got used to it. I mean, that was...
Oh, yeah. The good thing about this medicine, you got to go through 2 or 3 weeks of, the first 3 or 4 days, and then after that, it gets weaker and weaker, and then your body immunes to it.
Your body gets used to it.
Like, I'll be honest with you, I still have taken a pill every night since I was sick.
You have taken a pill?
I take a pill every night.
Really?
Every night, and my wife does too.
And what does it do for you?
Well, for my wife, she has 5, 6 puffers, and she wakes up 4 times a night fighting for air because she has really bad asthma.
And?
Since she's taken this pill, and since she's had COVID, my wife don't have asthma anymore.
Well, she still has asthma. She hasn't acquired her puffers.
She still has asthma if you want to say it, but she doesn't use her puffers anymore.
Interesting.
You know, because it took away the asthma.
Well,
now,
it is interesting that THC is a bronchodilator. We know that.
Right.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
That makes it. And guess what? We've done it with 10 or 15 people.
Okay, but do you not think it's a little crazy that you have this pill that's, you say, curing people's cancer? It's curing people's, maybe not curing is the right word, treating people's autoimmune disorders. Like, it just sounds a little too good to be true.
Yeah,
Lee.
you know what? It sounds it, but come on, Ira. You're a doctor. You're pretty well up on the marijuana.
Cannabis.
What is the cannabinoid system?
And the endocannabinoid system?
What is it?
It's your endogenous cannabinoid system.
And where is it?
It's in your body.
And where else is it?
In a plant.
What kind of plant?
A cannabis plant.
Well, there you go. So people got to understand. People got to understand when you're taking this, it's already there in your body.
It is, yes. But you're also entering something into your body that you may not need. So the endocannabinoid system regulates your entire bodily function. We understand that. We know how it works everywhere. The people that have a dysregulation of their endocannabinoid system can cause disease. So you can use the plant to correct that.
Exactly.
And that's what I think your medicine is doing, which is great. Now, you did say the last time that you were on when we started arguing was about curing cancer.
Well,
Give me some. So last time we spoke, you said, "Oh, this person had cancer. They don't have cancer anymore. This person they don't have cancer." You can't. One, in my opinion, until we put it to the test, which may happen one day. Who knows?
Like you always say, it's one of one.
N of one.
N of one.
It is okay. You're right. N of one. You could say an N of one.
Well,
give me some examples of what's been going on.
I'm not going to buy that anymore.
You don't believe me.
I don't believe you because I am now 51 for 51, stage 4 cancer.
Come on.
Sent home 50, to die.
No, because we know kids that have had it that haven't survived.
No, I'm talking.
It's not 51.
I'm talking about the ones that have survived that did the medication. I don't count a person I give it to and he doesn't do it properly. He's not going to get saved. If you don't do your 10 pills a day and you're full-blown cancer, you're not going to get saved.
I'd love to believe that you've tried it on 51 people and 51
No,
people
I've tried
survive.
it on a lot more people than that.
Okay, so not all of them survive.
Well, the good thing is I want you to watch my Instagram and website because I'm going to have all these people on. I've already started.
Right.
I've already started, and there's 3-4 doctors that I saved. Hey, I just did a lady doctor.
What do you mean you've saved? What does that mean you've saved?
For instance, there's a doctor from Niagara Falls that I treated, and
the irony of it. There's a doctor from Niagara Falls that I treated.
Okay, so let me explain to you. And she's going to come on the show with me.
Really? Okay.
And she's going to explain everything that happened. I got a referral by somebody. They called me and they told me about this naturopath doctor in Niagara Falls.
Oh, she's a naturopath.
Naturopath doctor in Niagara Falls. That's a really good lady.
Kidding.
It's a really good,
we
nice
like
lady.
them too.
And I found out on April 30th, 8:30 at night. I was at her house at 10:30 at night. And I'm happy to say she had non-curable leukemia.
According to
the doctors.
to like Western medicine, to like the doctors here.
Exactly. She had non-curable leukemia. They sent her home to die.
Right.
They wouldn't do anything for her. They didn't want to take any tests. They said, hey, she went for a second opinion. I think she even went for a third opinion, and she got the same thing.
How old was she?
Oh, I say she's got to be in her early 50s.
Okay.
And you know, she was pretty broke up, and she
Any other medications?
No, that's all she.
Just.
So I got her on my medication.
Yeah.
And I know you're not going to like to hear it.
No.
She's 100% cancer free.
When you say 100% cancer, how long ago was this?
Well, April, she started taking my medicine, was the first night I went to her house. So you got to go April, May, June, July. By the end of August, she was cured.
So no one's cured from cancer for 5 years. They could go into remission.
Well, they're into remission then. But let's put it this way. When she gets her blood test done,
they're fine.
She doesn't have any cancer in her system.
Really?
None.
I got to talk to this human.
Yeah, let's get her on. I'm sure.
She would come on and say,
she'll come
hey,
on.
I had cancer. They told me to go home and die. I did nothing except take Lee's medicine.
Exactly. Just like that.
Really?
Not really. It's the true fact, and it's done. And she's back working, and she's not going to die.
I mean, if that is the case, that is amazing. I do believe we need to put this stuff into trials. I do believe if this is the case, that your medicine is somehow, which we don't know how, you say cleaning up the system.
Well, you know how good it is. So
okay, but I do, yes. Cleaning up the system, that means...
No, when you're not cleaning up nothing, when that doctor tells you, you got 60 to 90 days to live, everything changes in your life.
That's true. Okay?
And then all of a sudden you meet a joker like me, and I am the joker compared to the doctor.
We're sitting with two
but who wants to listen to me? Nobody.
Yeah.
And the ones that listen to me are the ones that don't have no chance. I've tried to help people before they went and got chemo and radiation. No way, my doctor says you're crazy. I said, I know.
Yeah, but
and when they leave, you know what I say to them? You'll be back.
You know, but it's hard. You have to understand that you're right. You talk often about treatments that have been around since the 1800s or for the last 85 years with chemo, 90 years maybe with chemo. But, and they have a proven track record of years and years and studies. Now, granted that a lot of them don't cure anything and they just prolong life for a year or two, don't take into account quality of life usually. A lot of endpoints for cancer studies are, did they live that extra 6 months? Did they live, what was their mortality rate at 1 year and 2 years, right? And a small percentage of people survive if they're incurable cancers. And sometimes though, if you have like a Hodgkin's lymphoma or if you have acute AML, certain types of lymphoma, breast cancers. There are treatments like if you have your breasts removed, your cancer could be gone and cured. So it's very difficult for people to say, well, if I know this is going to work, even though I have to mutilate myself, I know I'm going to survive versus taking a risk on your medicine. That's a hard question.
Well, I think you're going to see in some stuff that's coming up that I'm going to bring out that I've done, not talked about.
Are you going to put it in trials?
Yeah,
good.
You know, the problem.
Can we just say yes? We agreed last time.
No, I'm not going to say just yes because the government has gone crazy. Hey.
Yeah.
I got something that can help COVID, and I went to the hospital and tried to talk to a doctor, and they tell me if there's 80,000 people in line and they're all going to die, and we can give them your pill and it'll help them, we'll let them die. Now, what kind of human being is that? You tell me. And why? And I said, why would you let them die? And what did he say? It's not on our list of medicine. But you can go to the fucking corner store and buy it. Come on, hey, our system's broken. And doctors are muzzled. Shut up, or you won't be a doctor no more. You know it, I know it, and a lot of doctors know it. Say what you want to say, but make sure that it goes with what we say. Come on.
I mean, I don't have.
It's out of fucking control.
Yeah,
It's,
it is
hey,
a little bit.
what's going on in the hospitals today?
We have lost a little bit of control.
Yeah,
We've lost the independent thinking, critical thinking that was.
I don't even know why we got doctors.
With
Just
the
put a fucking
robot.
one doctor in there and put a robot. Oh, we can only do what the robot says.
That's what they're going for.
Yeah.
But it's getting terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's, come on. It's, this isn't good for you. This is and this is. How in the fuck do they know what's good for you and what's not good for
Well,
you?
because they've studied it for a long time.
They studied it? Why don't you bring me 25 doctors and I'll ask them how many know about marijuana? I'm not a doctor. I know more about
You're right.
I know more about my medicine than all of them know.
You're right.
Hey, why don't you bring me 20 people with diabetes and I'll put them on one pill a night?
I have seen cannabis help diabetes.
No, we know it helps diabetes. And then if you know it helps diabetes, you're a doctor. Why haven't you stood up to the diabetes doctors
Well,
and
I
say,
have.
let's do this?
I have.
And what happened? How come we haven't got it done?
Well, we have. I have 5,000 patients that I prescribe cannabis to.
I know, but do you have 5,000? How come
I've
all
trained-
the other? How come all the other doctors don't do it?
So a lot of physicians in the beginning were very hesitant. A lot of them are not hesitant anymore. They just don't do it themselves. So they send them to somebody who would be a specialist with cannabinoids, like myself. So
let me ask you something.
So
let me interrupt you.
Let me interrupt.
So if they
One
send-
second. There is. I will say. I will say that the medical community has come pretty far when it comes to cannabis. We have a ways to go still. We have a ways to go with all plant-based medicines. Look at psychedelics right now. They're coming out huge for mental health, and I think it's going to be a game changer. And we're not going to have SNRIs, SSRIs, and tricyclic antidepressants, which literally kill people. Lead to tons of bad shit. I think we will have a lot of change, but it's a slow process. The reason it's a slow process is because you have to follow the right protocols of assessment of the scientific process, which is very. To what?
Vaccines.
We're not talking about COVID. The fucking videographer is talking about COVID right now because we're not. And it does. We just, at the time, we have the best evidence that was before us that we moved forward with. Now, Einstein did tell us that trying the same thing over and over again and failing at it and then doing it again is the epitome of insanity, or definition of insanity. So it is, I think for the most part, a lot of physicians, some who won't talk about it, doing the same thing over and over again and it's not working, you have to reevaluate. But that's part of the scientific process. I think when we started, nobody really knew much, and we're gaining data in real time, and science in real time. And science in real time isn't exact. The problem is, the same way I tell you sometimes not to talk in absolutes because it sounds crazy, they talk in fucking absolutes, and it sounds just as crazy. When it's like the sky's falling. No, it's not. It's still in the sky. There's clouds in the sky. There's no fucking clouds in the sky, but they're going to promise you there's a cloud in the sky. It's really weird. So we're living at a very weird time right now.
Well, we're living in a weird time, but you know what?
But back to your medicine. Let's not get sidetracked.
My medicine is something very special. And remember one thing.
All right, let's finish on a high note.
I've been doing this for 5 years.
I think you've been doing this a little longer than 5 years.
Well, I've been doing it seriously for 5 years.
Okay. But you've been with cannabis for...
Yeah, but I've been doing this...
For how long?
Seriously. 50 years? I was like 17. Listen, the good thing about what we're doing is we're finding things it's really helping with.
Good.
Okay?
Yes.
And if I ever get the chance and I've already spent 3.5 million of my money helping people. And I don't spend that kind of money.
And you still don't charge a single person.
I don't charge a single person a single penny.
I think that's amazing. I feel like not having the burden of economics really makes you stand out. I give you like 100% credit.
Hey, I have a people that come to my house. They're about 35 years old. They got 3 little kids. He's got brain cancer. The doctors already have sent him home to die. Him and his poor wife were paying $3,000 for a vial of oil that ain't worth $300, but they got these people conned that it's going to help them. I took the medicine. I got it tested. It's garbage. It's full. of alcohol. It's not done right. It won't pass any test. And I feel bad for them people. They're on my medicine now. Watch what happens.
I want to see what happens.
Well, it's been a month.
You're saying
hey,
it's all
it's
going
been a month. It's been a month to 5 weeks, and he's got his first one back. He's stable. So let's see what really happens in the end.
Do you love that there's Christmas Christmas still here?
Well,
Keep it up all year.
I think I think halfway through the month it should come down.
Nah, come on. It's too early to take it down. We're in the middle of a shitty lockdown, and might as well keep Christmas going.
Wow, Trudeau, make sure you lock down forever if you can.
That's true. I can't. Even his name makes me cringe. Anyway, Lee, it's been a pleasure as usual.
Hey, let's do this a little more, because
we're gonna do it more often. Yeah.
Let me start bringing some of my people on that I saved, so your people can see them.
Yeah, and we're gonna go back to this the saved business. I want to hear it.
Yeah, well,
I want to hear it.
You know,
and it's not that I'm not a believer. I believe cannabis works. To prove to me that cannabis works for cancer, I'm gonna need some trials, and I think we're gonna get there.
I'm gonna tell you this: if the government lets me in this country,
we're going to.
I will cure breast cancer.
Brain cancer.
No. Brain cancer is one that's easy.
That's easy.
It's
easy.
Yeah,
that's easy.
No,
okay.
It's easy.
It's not easy because people.
Yeah, but if I get them before
people are dying.
If I get them before you fucking guys get them, I get them when you guys have given
no
chemo. Let me ask you a question before we go.
You have no proof.
I have lots of proof.
That if you get them before traditional medicine gets them, you're going to save their life.
100%. 100%.
You can't say it. There's no 100%.
100%.
No bullshit.
100%.
Lee, now it just sounds. You had me at hello.
Come on.
And now I'm leaving.
Then let's prove it. Get me 5 brain cancer people.
There's nobody in their right mind. Literally. That was kind of silly. I shouldn't say.
Yeah. Exactly. Listen.
Okay.
Our system's broken, and we're gonna change. This is gonna change, and as long as I'm here. Even if I'm gone, it doesn't matter.
I love what you're doing. You know, what you're doing is giving hope to people when they're told to go home.
No, that's bullshit. I'm fucking helping them, and they're getting cured.
You are helping them.
They go from laying in a fucking bed. I'll tell you one little story, and I'm going to bring the girl and the father on. My friend called me and asked me if I'd help his cook's father. I said, what's wrong with him? He's got brain cancer. I said, okay. This is a true story. God strike my fucking children dead. This is the true story.
Okay.
And I brought he asked me, will you help her father? I said, sure. At first, the father didn't want the help. He was laying there waiting to die because the doctor told him he was going to fucking die in 60 days. So every day, you wait to die. She asked me. I finally got her the pills. She finally gave them to her father. He finally took them. 4 months later, true story, the doctor calls. She answers the phone. Hello? Hi, this is Dr. Thomas. Thomas, how's your father? He's okay. What do you mean he's okay? He's okay. Well, where is he? He's here. Can I speak to him? No. Why not? Because he's out riding his bike. He sent him home to fucking die.
Is he still alive?
He's fucking still alive. He's out riding his bike. Yes, he's cured. He's got no more cancer in his fucking brain. And I'm going to bring her and him on your show and tell the fucking people. And then you tell me, oh, you can't cure brain cancer. You got to go get chemotherapy and radiation and kill them first. Let me ask you one question before we go.
Okay.
Why does doctors in the chemotherapy world...
I'm not a cancer doctor.
Okay, but why do they, when you give somebody chemotherapy 20 fucking times and they kill your immune system and it doesn't work, why do they give it to them 20 more times?
It's a good question.
Why don't you get some of your cancer doctors to tell us?
There's not much other option.
Oh, okay. Now we're coming down to it. Hey, you know what? I would love, and I know it'll probably never happen, I would love to sit with 5 cancer doctors, bring my patients that they sent home to die and ask them, why ain't he dead? Tell me. And when they say to that doctor, hey, didn't you send me home to die 4 months ago? And they say, yeah. Say, why am I living? Because of your fucking chemotherapy and radiation? No. Because of the THC, marijuana pills, cannabis pills, whatever you want to call them. Let me tell you something, and I'll prove it. Hey, one thing I don't do, spend my money foolishly and talk bullshit, because I don't get nothing from this level talking bullshit to the world. Watch what I'm doing. Hey, I'm going to tell you something. When they open their fucking eyes and they start injecting tumors, the world's going to change.
Well, it might happen.
It's going to happen. But remember, I'm going to make sure it happens. But remember, I've done 4 of them.
Sure too.
I've done 4 injections. Doctors have done them for me. I've done them. And guess what? 7 to 8 weeks, every tumor is dead. Don't fucking bullshit me. They fucking know it. I know it. I'm the only one that got the balls to do it. So
I love it.
That's the truth. And,
right.
And I can prove. Hey,
I love it.
Remember, whatever I say sitting here, I can prove.
I love your passion for what you do. You know, I'm a big advocate of cannabis. I'd love to see those people come on here, and I'd love to have a chat with them, because if this is true, we need to just put it to the trials.
Well,
we need to put it in studies. We need the world to have it.
That's what I've been trying to say.
But that's what we're going to do.
But I think Trudeau wants to give Big Pharma all the money.
Okay, but there's ways around it.
Well, I hope so. But Ira, everything I said here today, I'm bringing the people back. I'm going to
let's bring them on, and let's
do about 5 or 6 shows in a row.
Okay.
Let's really get.
So next week, if we do another show, I might be out of town for 2 days, but I'll figure it out. If we do another show,
I'll bring one of my doctors.
I don't want a doctor. What do you mean? I don't want
one of my doctors that I saved. That was sent home to die.
Okay, let's do it. Yes. I would love to have that person. Tell him to bring his medical file.
And guess what? There's another guy I want to bring.
Let's start with that guy. Yeah. So who are we going to bring? Would he come on?
I'm going to bring a doctor.
Would he come on?
She and he will come on.
Okay, so let's do it next week.
Let's do it. We got a deal.
Well, everybody, that's all we got today. I mean, we could keep going forever. That was, as usual, I love having you on. It's super, and just an awesome way to reopen this this dialogue between medicine and the community and things that are happening. And maybe this is the direction that the higher estate goes. Who knows?
Hey,
but for now,
let's get into leeshelps.com.
Yeah, go to
Get to my website. We're going to start to see amazing things. And my Instagram. I'm ready now to come out full blast and prove to the world that there's something else besides chemotherapy and radiation.
So while you're doing that in the community, what I will say also is that I've started a company which is a socially responsible biopharmaceutical company, and we're going to be putting naturally based, plant-based medicine using cannabinoids to the test in clinical trials to help with cancer treatments as well. So, and that can be checked out at Neuera, Neura, biopharma.com.
Well, if I can ever help you, I'm here.
Perfect. Well, maybe we'll be using your medicine one day, Lee.
Never know.